Okay, folks, ready to dive deep. Today we're looking at something that, well, honestly sounded kind of technical to me at first glance, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized just how broadly applicable this concept really is, and I think you'll agree by the end.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a hidden gem.
Yeah, and a big thanks to you, our listeners. You sent this one in, so that means someone out there is already using this and finding it useful. So let's get into it. The function we're talking about is called List.Alternate in Power Query in Microsoft Excel.
Right. Yeah.
So right off the bat, what is this thing all about? What does it even do?
Well, you can think of it like this. Imagine you've got this, massive bin of Legos, right?
Right.
Thousands of them and all different colors and sizes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, let's say you only want to use the red ones for your next big project, and you want to be really specific about it. Like you want to pick one Lego, skip the next two, and then pick another red one and just keep going with that pattern.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, so List.Alternate lets you do exactly that, but with your data. You can sift through it and pick out the pieces you want based on a pattern, just like you did with those Legos.
Okay, so not just for making Lego masterpieces then. What are we talking about here? Real world stuff.
Exactly. It's way more versatile than that. Think about your social media feed. It's a constant stream of posts, right? Some interesting, some not so much. It's a lot of noise.
You telling me?
But what if you could use List.Alternate to create a custom filter for your feed? So you could say, I only want to see one post from my close friends for every 5 posts I skip. You'd be cutting through all that clutter and only seeing the stuff you really care about.
Okay, now that's something I can get behind. But how do we actually make that happen? I mean, the source material mentions some pretty technical terms here, right? Things like count and repeat interval and offset. What's the deal with all that?
Yeah, so those are basically your control knobs. They let you fine-tune how List.Alternate sifts through your data. It's like setting up a sorting machine.
Okay, got it. So like a filter.
Exactly. So count, that's like the size of your filter. It determines how many data points you're going to skip over.
Okay.
Then you've got repeat interval, and that's basically the pattern you want to follow. How often do you want to keep something after you've skipped a bunch of other things?
And what was that last one? Offset, was it?
Yeah, offset, that's just telling the function where to start the pattern in your list.
Yeah.
So like in our social media example, maybe you want to skip the first 2 posts in your feed and then start your pattern of taking 1 friend post for every 5 you skip. That's where offset comes in.
I see. Okay, so walk me through this like I'm 5 then. If I wanted to set up that social media filter,
right,
how would I actually adjust those parameters?
All right, so let's break it down.
Yep.
You want to see 1 post from a friend for every 5 posts you skip, right?
Right.
So your count would be 5. You're skipping 5 posts.
Okay, makes sense.
Then your repeat interval would be 1 because you only want to keep 1 post after those 5 skips. And your offset, well, that depends on where you want to start in your feed. But if you're skipping those first 2 posts, then your offset would be 2.
Huh. You know what? That's actually pretty straightforward when you put it like that.
Yeah.
So we're really just building a custom filter for any kind of information we want.
Exactly. And the really cool part is that this isn't just limited to social media. You can use List.Alternate for all sorts of things. Analyzing website, traffic, stock market data, even your own spending habits. You can start to see trends and patterns that you would have completely missed otherwise.
That's amazing. I never would have thought that something like a simple Excel function could be so powerful. It really changes how you think about the information all around us.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. What kinds of insights are we missing out on every single day just because we're bombarded with so much data?
Overwhelming.
It really is. And List.Alternate, it kind of makes you wonder, what if we could apply those same principles to everything? The news we consume, the products we buy, even the people we interact with.
Wow. That is a lot to think about. It's like we have the tools to be way more discerning about what we let into our lives.
Exactly.
Well, that is a powerful thought to leave us with. So thank you so much for taking us on this deep dive into List.Alternate. And to everyone listening, it might be time to start thinking about your own data landscape.
Yeah.
What hidden patterns are waiting to be discovered? What could you achieve if you could filter the world with that same level of precision? Think about it. That's all for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.